So if you're in the NFT space, you probably already know that profile picture collections continue to be the dominant trend. Everybody's attention has been on finding the next CryptoPunk or Bored Ape Yacht Club, whose owners have earned millions from selling their digital assets. With all the talk of the metaverse starting to creep into mainstream consciousness, primarily driven by Facebook's name to change to Meta, everyone's trying to find the next big PFP, or profile picture, that's ready to take over the metaverse. While 99% of these projects will most likely fail, the ones that gain traction, stay relevant and innovate in this emerging space will reward early adopters with life-changing gains. Today I'm going to look at a collection called FoxFam. But before I do, please know that none of this is financial advice. I'm just a dude that's talking about stuff I find interesting. And no, I'm not affiliated with or paid by FoxFam. This is all just my personal take on the project. Now, we can't really talk about FoxFam without first talking about the team behind it. This is a female-led docs team from Yum Yum Studios in the UK. These guys have been creating digital art, 2D and 3D animations, character design and illustration, 3D modeling, and even some 3D printing for some major global brands, including Xbox, Burger King, Adobe, and plenty of other big names. If you have time, go and have a look at some of the work they've done previously on the Yum Yum website. I'll throw a link in the description. It's first class stuff. The attention to detail is incredible, and it's got this cheeky sense of humour that's present in pretty much everything they do. I can see why these guys wanted to get into creating for the NFT market, because their skills are such a perfect match for this space. This isn't just a team put together with the sole aim of profiting from a venture. This is the life work of some very talented and dedicated people that pour their heart and soul into the thing that they love. They started Yum Yum in 2010 and are now solely working on developing the FoxFam brand. FoxFam are a community-driven metaverse brand, which consists of a 10K profile picture collection, and soon this brand is going to look to release a token, a game, and some 3D avatars. Okay, let's have a little look at them. So this is the OpenSea page for FoxFam, and as you can see here, we've got 10,000 items, 3.2k owners, and a current floor price of 0.39 with 4.8 thousand Ethereum traded, which is a pretty high number. As I scroll down, having a look at the artwork, I mean, I know art is subjective, but I think it's great. You've got these different species, so you've got normal foxes, these Arctic foxes, raccoons. What are these ones again? Unicorns, if that's your thing. You've got zombies, you've also got different gold ones. And the thing that really stands out to me is that each one of these looks really individual and unique. And that's because of the huge range of traits that were generated when these foxes were minted. I think there's so much that you can like about these, like the color, the kind of cuteness of it. And as we all know, cuteness in PFPs is a big seller. People really cotton onto that. But there's also that kind of cheeky vibe going on. But let me just scroll so you can just get an idea of just how unique these foxes are. And I think this uniqueness is probably going to be a really important thing when more eyes get onto FoxFam and the project starts building out and developing and gaining more traction, gaining more users. But yeah, I'm sold on the art myself. Put it this way, I've seen a lot worse in the NFT space. But of course, you can't have a community-driven metaverse brand if the community is not strong. And this is an area I think that FoxFam can grow. And I think they're going to do it because so far the organic growth has been really impressive. You haven't had a lot of big influencers or big names getting into FoxFam or promoting it. These are regular people that are finding this project and jumping on board because they really appreciate what they've found. The attention to detail on everything that they put out, from just a tweet and the artwork that they put along with it, you just don't find that in many other projects. So I hatched a sneaky plan to find out just how strong the community is and see whether people are actually getting attached to the foxes that they've previously bought. So I sent out a tweet just yesterday. I know that I haven't got a big Twitter following or anything like that. I wanted to see if people that enjoy FoxFam would reply to the tweet with pictures of the foxes and maybe some sort of comment describing what they like about it or what draws them to it. And I got loads of replies. My Fox is my first NFT, and the Fox fan introduced me to a whole new world of people, finance, terminology, and friends. Nice rat. Not my rarest, but by far my favourite. I think that's really important because people are finding traits that they just prefer without it necessarily being a rare trait. Why is this hidden? Quick fix. That's got to be my radioactive. I see this guy on Twitter all the time and he is his radioactive fox. That's got to be my radioactive fox fam. He looks so unfazed by the fact that he's literally glowing with radioactive material all over him. That's cool. So people are really getting into this stuff. Panchito, another name that I've seen around. I Love My Alien is my first NFT that I bought. After I met the team back in July, I knew it was at home by the great feedback and support I got from the team and the members. This alien, it represents me and my NFT journey. So really, the response is pretty incredible. Look at this guy. How many Fox fam do you need? Save some for the rest of us. But yeah, as I just scroll through, everybody's got something to say about the NFT that they own. This to me really speaks of a diamond-handed community that's really forming at the moment. I'm a proud Albert owner because I rarely own rare species of a collection, and I believe in Fox fam a lot. That Gucci, Versace, I don't know what that word says, will speak to me soon and sign a contract with my Albert. Fox fam art is amazing, high quality, our community is the kindest. And on that point, I've got to say, I jumped into Discord and just asked to be pointed in the direction of some information or some content that I could use to make this video. Community members and the team jumped out and were so kind in passing on information and links to content that I could use to make this video. There's definitely this feeling of kindness within this community, which you don't always get everywhere else. Some of these foxes are just so cool. And I love that everybody has a different taste. Like some people like the ghost ones, some people like the unicorn ones, some people like the zombies. You can get ones with things on their head. What's that, a squid? Now that one's cool. I like that one. To be honest, I was pretty amazed at getting this many foxes sent under the tweet. People are really hyped about this project, and it shows. And on the topic of community and the project engaging with the community, you can see that every post is put out with a lot of love, a lot of care, attention to detail. Every single tweet seems to be a hand-tailored masterpiece in community engagement, and people are really responding to that. Just recently over Christmas, they put out a feature on their website where you could take your fox and Christmasize it. Is that a word? You could festivize it. This must have taken a huge amount of work, and they really didn't need to do it. You might see other projects, changing the banner of their Twitter projects to something a little bit more festive, or sticking a Santa hat on one of their profile pictures, but they opened it up to the whole community, and everybody was dressing up their profile pictures and getting into the spirit. And that takes a lot of dedication to pull something like that off. And the community responded really well. People love doing it. And it seems like the community are fully prepared to give back as well. I want to give a shout out to Paunch, I hope I'm saying that right, for creating this thread where I grabbed some of the details for this video. There's plenty of community members that are prepared to put in the time and effort into creating something that helps promote the project that they find really interesting. Thanks, Paunch. Thank you. And so in my opinion, there's some really strong foundations being laid down here. So what's happening in the future? So this is the roadmap, and as usual, so much effort has been put into it, but there's some really cool clues as to what's coming up. So as we see in winter 2021, we've got token, festive raffle, 3D sneak peek at the foxes, and the snowy season customization. That's a better way to say it. Spring 2022, we're looking at a merch shop, loot, a banner maker, a new website, and then going into summer, we're looking at a game, 3D print. Oh, so they are 3D printing. I'd love one of my foxes as a 3D figure. And down at the bottom right, it looks like we might have some sort of companion NFT to go along with the foxes as well as the 3D foxes. One of the other things that FoxFam have done really well is to reach out to other communities and projects and run competitions for people that hold FoxFam NFTs in their wallet. I entered 2 of these and actually won both times. The first competition was with Ghosts, and he has a Ghost collab page on OpenSea where he collaborates with different projects and creates artwork in his style for that project, and then only offers a certain amount, a limited number of NFTs. So I ended up winning one of these Ghost Foxes. just because I held a FoxFam in my wallet and could enter the competition. Another thing that I was pretty freaking lucky to get in on was the whitelist for Cool Pets, which is coming out on the 28th of January. Again, just because I had a FoxFam in my wallet, it meant that I could enter the competition, and I won it. I'm pretty lucky. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the price. Now, I wasn't lucky enough to get in at mint, so I'm not that lucky. And I picked up a couple of FoxFam at around about 0.3, 0.4. The floor did reduce down to around about 0.15, and I picked up a couple more, mainly meme glasses. Actually, no, only meme glasses. And the price has since recovered and is ranging between 0.4 and 0.5. The floor's pretty thin at the moment. If you scroll a couple down, we've got 0.4 there. And if you scroll just a little further down, you've got 0.5. Now, I did think about whether I should do price predictions in these videos. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I thought, why not? As long as you understand that this is just my personal opinion and you're free to disagree with me as much as you want. So I think with what's coming up with 3D avatars, tokens, there's a lot of stuff getting built. And it seems like the foundation is really strong now at this 0.4 to 0.5 region. I could see over the next couple of months us creeping up to maybe 0.7, 0.8. I think it will take a while to break 1 ETH, but as soon as we manage to hold above 1 Ethereum, then I think we could see around 2 to 3 Ethereum per Fox. And maybe we'll have these pumps around the token release and the 3D avatars and the game, which we should really start talking about. So as we've seen by looking at Yum Yum Studios, these guys are all about 3D avatars and 3D animation. And some of the sneak peeks of what they're bringing to FoxFam is pretty mind-blowing. So it's worth pointing out at this point that if you own a FoxFam NFT, you'll be able to claim one 3D NFT. And I believe that generally this 3D avatar will look like your profile picture, but there will be some additions. And you can see some of them here. Like, I thought this was cool when I first saw it. And then I zoomed in. I mean, the detail is just insane. So you can get a really good idea of what's coming with these 3D avatars. As for the token, we know it's going to be called Yum, which is pretty cool. But much more than that, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure when this is coming out. I've got a feeling it might be soon though. What we do know is that you will be receiving an amount of Yum depending on how long you've had your FoxFam for. So in the background, it's already accumulating the token. And this token is going to be used for in-game purchases. Maybe it will be to upgrade your Fox. I'm sure we're going to find out the details pretty soon. And from what I can gather, this game is going to be using your 3D avatar to run around the world and complete tasks and earn the Yum token. And again, look at this tweet. This is a sneak peek of what is coming. The care taken to create something like this is just... So there we have it. That is FoxFam at the moment. I'm pretty bullish on the project if you couldn't tell. And I can't wait to see how the avatars and the token and the game unfold. And who really knows what else is after that. But what I do know is this team seems really committed. If you want to find out more about them, I'd recommend first going and following them on Twitter at FoxFam NFT. And if you liked today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button. Maybe give me a little follow on Twitter so I can keep you in the loop about more projects that I find interesting. Thank you so much for your time. Keep safe out there.